Hello guys, remember last video I make this car right here and show the step by step and how to make the basic model of Tamiya technical car like this one right here. So all the parts, no cutting, no complicated modification, it's just like simple assembly. Okay, so today's video I'm gonna do another version of a little bit advanced setting, which is this one right here. Okay, so as you can see, this one right here has a custom made front bumper, which is right here, and this is considered the we using that as an underguard, and also this giving a little bit break. And also we have the back right here, a custom made brake. Today's car we're gonna do another advanced setting using 19mm roller plus the 17mm stabilizer. Okay, first let's talk about what parts we need for this setting. The first one we need is this one, item number 15441, the brake sponge set. Okay, this also comes with a piece of FRP plate, which is right here. Next one we need the two package of the item number 15430. Okay, two of them. And I know used to be they have this carbon fiber version on the market, but it's already being discontinued. If you have it, you can go ahead and using this one, okay, if you want to. Okay, next we need this one right here, the item number 15436, the 17mm large diameter stabilizer. This we're gonna use for the put on the front. This one gonna be work with the this type of like a 19mm roller. Okay, and next for the roller, roller is gonna be you have variety choice. For the roller on the back, we're gonna using this type of like the 19mm, the plastic ring, like this one right here, or either this one or either this one. There's so many different type of like plastic ring 19mm roller. Just make sure one thing, no matter what you use, make sure it's it says plastic ring, okay, on the package. Okay, 19mm. For the roller we're gonna use in the front, we have a lot of choice too. It's better using this kind of like high grade 19mm, the ringless. Okay, make sure it's ringless. There's so many different color, like a blue and a silver. Also right now they have this one, item number 95074. This is the new version. This is lightweight 19mm ringless high grade aluminum roller. Okay, you also can use this, so whatever you have on the hand. Okay, so next for the small accessory, we need the this one right here, 2mm cap screw set, the item number 15454. I always recommend people to take this one. I know this one expensive, but you know, this screw really strong compared with the regular like steel screw. This one, it is lasts forever, because the regular screw, when you get a hit, it bends so easy. This one is pretty much very strong. Okay, and for the another accessory, you need some like aluminum spacer set, which is right here. Also you need some like item number 94768, the bearing roller spacer, which is right here. Okay, another thing we need, it is this one right here, the item number 15459. This is the sided mass damper set for AR chassis. Okay, again, we also have this one, item number 94970. This is the carbon fiber version available on the market. If you have it, you can, if you want it, you can go ahead and using this one right here, because this one is lighter and stronger. Anyway, it's really depends what you have on your hand, but if you don't have this one, you can using this one as well. Okay, and another thing we need, we need maybe two package or either one package of this one right here. This is item number 95065. This is the 2mm popsicle carbon fiber version. They also have the other color, so whatever you have. Okay, again, before I still need to talk about a little bit about these parts right here. My personally really prefer these parts because these parts you only pay one-time money, but you're gonna have two pieces you can using on the front and the back. So basically, you save some money on it. You know, especially this one is really light compared with the single one pieces like the 2mm, like a front bumper and the rear bumper. This one is lighter, okay, and it's strong enough to holding all the rollers. For the bushing, for the axle ball bearing you need. It is, again, you better using this one, the item number 94389. This is the A0620 ball bearing. This is the top of line, the Tamiya manufacturer. Okay, so make sure you're using this one. If you don't have this one, you have the cheap ones. Okay, but I prefer this one. And another thing you need, this is the gear bearing set. It's also comes with two flowing gear shaft plus two of 5mm the ball bearing for the gear. This is the item number again 15347. Okay, and the another thing we need, it is this type of the mass damper block. Make sure you're using the 6x6x30 32mm. Okay, they have another one is 8x8x32. That one is just too big. Make sure you're using the small version, the 6x6x32. And this is the silver one. They have a different color. They also have the black one and the gold one and this one right here, silver one. Just whatever you have on hand. It doesn't really matter. Have to be exactly same as the one I have on hand. Okay. And for the another thing you need is this one right here. This is the FRP 1.5mm popsicle, and the item number I believe is 15193. And I don't have the original package, but anyway, it looks like this. It's come with two pieces. I know they used to have this carbon fiber version, which is right here. Okay, I don't know what's the part number. I forgot what's the part number for this one. But if you have this one, you can using this one as well to replace the FRP version. So anyway, whatever you have in your hand, just using either one. Okay. For the tire, you have a couple options. Recommend if you don't know how to trim this type of like a low profile tire, and you can using the stock one. Okay. Before I talk about stock one, actually this tire is modified from this item number 15414. This is the narrow large diameter wheel and a white arc tire set. Okay, I have a video in my channel teach you how to trim this type of like a tire. So if you want to do it, just go ahead and watch my tutorial. But today's video I'm not gonna show you how to do it because it's wasting time, since I already have the in my channel. Okay, and if you don't want to trim, or either you don't know how to trim, you can using this type of like medium size, the medium size diameter tire in a wheel set. This is also you can find a lot in the box stock car, and also they have individual packages for sale. Make sure the tire right here you're using the super hard tire, not the regular, the softer, you know, rubber. Okay. Another thing right here, you also can using this one right here. This is the new version they just have on the market. This tire I'm pretty like it because the tire is pretty hard, and it's really good for the car with landing, have less rebound. Okay, so anyway, so that's it. That's all the parts we need. So don't really have to be again, all the parts don't really have to be exactly the same one I show you. If you have a similar one, you go ahead and use it. I just give you a very general idea what the kind of parts we need for this setting. Okay. Next, we're gonna talk about what tool we need. The tool we need is just a screwdriver, and also another advanced tool you need. It is this one right here, the Dremel. Any kind of Dremel. You have a cheap one or expensive one. It's all works. So it doesn't matter. It's just whatever you have on your hand. Also, you need this one right here. This is the 3mm, the Dremel grinder. Okay. Don't worry about it. When you buy the Dremel, this kind of accessory always comes with it. okay, including this piece you need for cutting the FRP, okay. All this accessory, when you purchase the dremel, it's always come with the dremel, okay. So this is all the two pieces we need for cutting the chassis and the FRP, okay. This is the the disc, the sand disc to cutting the FRP. This is the 3 millimeter, the round grinder, okay. Okay, first step, we're gonna do the cutting on the chassis. The reason we have to cut the chassis today because we're going to do the 19 millimeter roller setting on both sides, I mean the back and the front. Okay, so in this case, due to we are using both sides for 19 millimeter roller, so we have to short a little bit distance right here. Otherwise, it's gonna be too wide. Okay. That part I'm gonna explain later after I finish the car, but right now I'm just gonna tell you how you're gonna cut the chassis. So first part I'm gonna cut off right here, like this. Okay, so all this is gonna be gone. Okay, and also the front we're gonna cut here and here and here and here. So basically we're only gonna keep this part, this adapter right here. So all this piece right here is gonna be gone. Okay, I already have another video a detail how to cut this chassis. So just click on the link on the top of like right hand corner on the screen. So there's a link over there. Okay, so for cutting the chassis again, using Dremel plus the disc right here, the sand disc right here. Do not using the plastic cutter because that's gonna damage the fiber. So it's better to using the this one right here, the disc. You can turn on and like just simply just gently touch it. It's gonna become off. So for saving the time, I already cut this one right here. So it's gonna be looks like this. And let me put it side by side. You can see the difference. Okay, see, it's gonna be looks like this. Okay. Basically, you're only gonna keep this hole right here because we're gonna mount the plate on top of that. In the back, remember there's a two hole which is right here and here. So we're only gonna keep the one very inside. Okay. For the wheel, I'm not gonna do the flowing gear system and the step by step teach you how to set the wheel because I already have the video in my channel and it's all the detail how to set the wheel and also the flowing gear system. So right now, temporary for saving the time, I just gonna put a wheel like this. Okay, so it's up to you if you want to do the detail the floating gear system, you know, and including if you want to trim your tire and put a low profile tire. It's all up to you. Right now I'm just giving you a basic sample right here. Okay, so if you want to trim your tire, this is gonna be low profile tire, so it works better on this one, but the stock one, which is with the super hard tire, it works pretty same, but this one has lighter weight, so it's up to you. So anyway, this is how the chassis. Okay, next I'm going to cut two pieces of this. This piece is gonna be our underplate and also gonna be part of like the brake system. First we're gonna cut the one up front. Okay, for the one up front, what you're gonna cut, it is you're gonna cut right here. Okay, and the same on the other side. Okay, and this. All the white spot, it's gonna be the piece gonna be removed, and also you wanna cut this piece off right here. Okay, like this. The reason you wanna remove this piece right here for the front bumper, because if you keep that's gonna be too much stick out and it's gonna be oversized. So for the front, you better gonna cut off that. I'm gonna expand that later after I put this underplate on the front. Okay, So for this is the piece after you cut, it's gonna be mounted from the car, okay, like this. And for the back, we're gonna do cutting too, okay. For the back, it's more simple than the one in the front. So basically for the back, only piece you're gonna remove just the side adapter, which is right here, okay. But you're gonna keep the rest of it, okay. So it's just a little bit different than the front. So the back you're gonna put it like this, okay. So let me just go ahead using Dremel. For cutting this is pretty simple. You're gonna using the same head, the disc head, and just simply turn it on, touch it, it will come off, okay. For saving the time, I already cut it. So this is the piece I cut. This is for the front. So let me put it side by side. You can see it's gonna be looks like this, okay. See, that's how. Okay, and for the back, this is the back, okay. So, again, if you want to using the carbon fiber version to do the cutting, it is pretty good. It's up to you, but for better performance, you better using carbon fiber. But since this one is like rare and hard to get on hand, so it's just up to you if you have money, okay. Next, after we finish this cutting right here, first we're gonna pour this one on top of that. So for putting on top of that, you need some like a little bit longer screw. Okay, right now we're going to put these two underplate on the car. Before you put the underplate on the car, again, there's something I have to tell you. So when you put this piece under the car, make sure all the hole right here, especially the one up front, this hole, and this hole, and make sure you do you're gonna fix a little bit, because the reason you want to fix Tamiya regulation and any potential the damage to the truck is not gonna be allowed. So if you put a hair right here, it's gonna be stick out a lot. So if there's a potential chance maybe gonna scratch your truck. So it's better to using this right here, the 3mm, the grinder head, to trim a little bit off right here to make a deep hole. Okay, it's just a deep hole, but you're not gonna be go through it. Okay, you just gonna do probably like about a 1/3. Okay, this one is pretty simple. Okay, make sure you turn your Dremel to the low RPM. It is just gonna be using Dremel gently trim off a little bit right here. So let me just go ahead and do it. Okay, so it's gonna be like this. So as you can see, this is what I'm saying was this is what I'm calling the deep hole. It is you're not making this hole big. Actually, you just trim. Let me give a better angle. You can see, just trim this hole a little bit deeper. But you know, on the back, the holes staying same size. Okay, in this way, when you set the screw right here, half the screw can hide. Half of the screw head can hide into the FRP. Okay, like this. If you have those people call it flathead screw, which was like this one, okay, go ahead and use it, because this kind of flathead screw can 100% hiding into the FRP like this. You can see very obviously this screw can be you know, it's like level. Okay, but this kind of flathead screw, unless you buy the aftermarket one, the only resource you can get is from the Evo kits. Okay, otherwise, I'm pretty sure Japan, Tamiya in Japan, they have this one on the official package, but I don't see I don't see that in United States. The only package I see this kind of short, like a flathead screw, it is the MS bumperless, the front and back set, the chassis. Okay, so anyway, if you don't have it, just using regular screw, just make sure you do a little bit deeper so it can hide at least like a part of the screw into the the FRP. So let me just go ahead. You make sure you're using the a little bit longer 5mm. Okay, don't using too long because you don't want the screw the other end to stick out. Okay. So the hole you're gonna mount the plate is this hole, and this hole, this hole. Same as the back. There's 4 mounting point on the back as well. Okay, so you're gonna put like this. Okay. So first I only gonna put these 2 screws right here, and then I'm gonna expand a little bit on this 2 hole right here. Okay, because that's a little bit different. Okay, just finish. So it's gonna be looks like this. Okay. So next we're gonna do the screw on these 2 hole. So these 2 hole, you can do a deep hole as well. It's up to you, but I don't have to because sooner you're gonna put a front a brake right here. If you put a little FRP here, so this one gonna be over it. It's actually it's a little bit covered, so we don't have to worry about it. But it's better to do it just in case. Okay, it's like this. Just go ahead. So for this 2 hole right here, we're gonna using this 15mm screw. The reason you wanna using 15mm screw because this piece right here is gonna be go all the way stick out from the other side. Because here we're gonna mount the front roller stay right here. Here is gonna be connect to the back. You better using the longer screw, which is can stick out to the other side. So later, for the top setting for the roller stay, we can connect that together. Okay. You know what? I think maybe 15mm screw is too long. Let me try 10mm. Let's see if it can be fit to the top of that. Because you don't really want to oversize. You just have to using appropriate size to fit over there. Maybe 10mm should be a better choice. Let me just go ahead replace the other one with 10mm. Okay. Yeah, 10mm should be fine because this one right here, 15mm, is just too long. It's gonna be giving me problem later when I put the top roller stay on the top. Okay, so let me just replace that with 10mm. Okay, I just finished the front, the end guard, the bumper right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the back. The back, if you wanna do the hole, just go ahead and do it because it's always too good to hide the screw because you don't want any potential damage to the truck. The back, you're gonna be mounted like this. Okay. So the hole we're gonna be mounted is this one right here and this one right here. Okay. So let me just go ahead. Okay, for mounting the underplate for the back, we only gonna using 2 types of screw. This one 20mm and the 2 of the 8mm, which is right here. So the one very inside right here, we're just gonna using the 8mm because again I don't want the screw because too long stick out to the other side unless you need that stick out for mounting another plate on top of that. In this case, you can using longer one to make it stick out so you can mount the other one on top of that. So anyway, just gonna go ahead. Okay, it's gonna be so next we're gonna do this 2 hole. For this 2 hole again, I'm gonna using the 20mm because I want this screw to go all the way to the top, to stick out a little bit, so I can put the rear plate to connect to the bottom. Okay, so let me just go ahead, set up that. Okay, I just finished it back, so you can see this 4 point right here, and also this piece stick out. Next, we're gonna using this one right here, the item number 95065, the 2mm popsicle carbon fiber plate, to put it on the front and the back. And this is gonna be the roller stay. Okay, so let me just go ahead, open the package. Gonna put a one here and a one here. Okay. Next, we're gonna lock on the chassis. Make sure you're using, it's prefer you're using those M2 lock nut, which is right here, this one right here. Let me give you a better angle, you can see it. This is the M2 lock nut. Okay, lock nut, the advantage about lock nut, it is really tight. You won't really get it shaked off because of the vibration. Okay, so it's better to using lock nut, because some people, a lot of people, they have experience during a race, some of the parts falling off. That's because the regular nut, when too much vibration, if you don't lock really tight, it's gonna come off. It's gonna get shaked off basically. Okay, so I'm just going to put a washer. Make sure to put a washer. Always put a washer so you have you can have the maximum support from the cap. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish that. Okay, just finish. So you can see the layout already pops up. So next, before I starting next step, let's talk about a little bit about this setting right here. This setting right here, remember earlier I told you, after you cutting the front and the back and the chassis, so you're gonna short the distance between the front and the back. So this distance right here, between here and here, it's gonna be shorter than the regular size. So as you can see, I put my previous setting side by side. Let me see, let me give you a better angle if you can see it. Okay, I'm pretty sure notice here you can tell here already, like it's getting closer to the front wheel, and in the back here it's getting close to the rear wheel. So you see the roller on the last video I did at the basic model. So the basic model, they have longer roller distance, but the new version I did, because I'm cutting of the chassis, so they're gonna have very short roller distance. So the advantage of short roller distance, which is I'm doing right now on this car, it is give you a better corner speed, because the shorter distance you have on the roller, and when you car was going to the corner and the turning, because shorter, you have less resistance against the tire, so your tire gonna have a lower resistance load. Okay, so it's better for cornering when you have short distance roller setting. Okay, so anyway, this part I'm gonna talk about more maybe for the future, but right now I'm just give you a simple explanation why you're doing that. Another thing, because you're doing that, because since we're using 19mm roller on both ends, so if I'm using this setting right here and put a 19mm on the front, my roller gonna be stick out too much, especially the front. The back is okay, but for the front, if it stick out too much, my car gonna be a little bit oversized. It's gonna be too long. Okay, it's better for advanced setting. You have to cut the chassis. Okay. Another thing, remember when we cutting the FRP, this piece right here, remember the one on the front bumper, I cut a little bit more. I cut a little bit more on the front right here, is this piece right here. The reason I want to cut off, because if you don't cut it, right now you can see when I put my car to the measurement box, it is about a 163mm long. So it's about almost hitting the regulation, the maximum size for the car, 165. So if you don't cut it, for sure your dimension on this car gonna be oversized. It's not gonna be legal size. Okay, so it's gonna be like this. So that's why I cut it. You have to cut it, otherwise your dimension for the car gonna be illegal. Okay, another thing, you want to cut it because the front the bumper you're gonna put on the front. You don't want this part stick out too much, because the reason why, because you have something, if you have the front bumper stick out too much, it's give you problem when your car was hitting the slope and hitting the bank. Okay, especially when you go uphill. If this piece stick out too much on the front, and it's always hitting the gap, or also it's giving you not really too smooth when it goes uphill. Okay, that part I'm gonna explain later when I finish this car, because there's another setting I'm gonna talk about it, and there's another modification I'm gonna be give you a little bit detailed explanation. Okay, so let me just go ahead and do the next step. Next step, we're gonna set up the rear brake and the front bumper. Okay, for setting up the rear brake, we're gonna using this package right here. Okay, so as you can see, this package comes with a one FRP plate, which is this one right here. So I'm just gonna using this one. Okay, this package again just give you a sample, but you're gonna open this package, take this one out. This is the one. Okay, if you have the carbon fiber version, again, you can use it as well. So it's better to using carbon fiber because lighter and stronger. It's up to you, because I understand this piece already been discontinued, so it's hard to find it. So for today, we're just gonna using the regular one. Okay, for the regular one, okay, you're gonna put on the back like this. Okay, don't worry about you're gonna adjust the height for that, because right now we're just gonna put on it. For adjusting the height of this one, we gonna do that later when we put a sponge brake on top of that. So right now we're just gonna temporarily to put on it. Okay, so we're just going to using a the 5mm screw, which is right here. Do not using oversized screw, always using the right size, which is about to fit to the plate. Okay, because oversized, its problem is stick out too much. What you're gonna do with the extra parts? Okay, so that extra parts is gonna be really dangerous, because when you catch up a car, you may be gonna scratch yourself because that extra piece stick out. Okay, so you're gonna just put it like that. Again, always using lock nut. Okay, so same as the brake right here, you're always using lock nut. If you don't have lock nut, using regular nut, it's okay, don't really matter. But it just prefer, make sure when you're using regular nut, make sure you really lock really tight, otherwise it's gonna be vibration, gonna shake that off during the race, so your car gonna be falling apart. Okay, so let me just go ahead and finish it. And by the way, don't worry about this screw stick out, gonna be scratch your truck, because sooner after you almost finish car, you're gonna set a brake right here, because the brake gonna stick out a lot. So this screw not gonna be contact with the truck anymore. You only have to set a brake right here. Let me mark it, you can see detail. You have option. A lot of people, they put a brake right here and here, just the two ends. Okay, also you also can attach brake right here, okay, and here, like 4 pieces, but you're gonna cut like 3 little pieces like that, so you can mount 1 piece here, 1 piece here, 1 piece here. And also later we're gonna set a mass damper on these 2 position right here. So you also have another option, you can cut to 4 pieces like this to do your setting. So it's really up to you. And also it depends on how heavy, how strong the brake you want it. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna talk about it later. Right now we're just gonna temporarily put the brake on top of that, right, just for, you know. Okay, next we're gonna set up the front bumper right here. For the front bumper is more complicated, because it really depends on truck layout, and there's a lot of like variety. There's a lot of choice on the option. You can have the option number 1, you can using the FRP popsicle like this one, or either, you know, If you have a carbon fiber one, you can just go ahead using carbon fiber. It's all same because yes, they have same dimension. So let's do the option one first. Option one, basically you're gonna using 2 of the popsicle like this, and you're gonna double it, okay? And you're gonna using crazy glue. You're gonna using glue, okay, to glue them together, like this piece right here. This piece I already glue it, okay? And before you glue it, make sure in one of the pieces, in one piece of the FRP, you're gonna do some modification. This hole and this hole, in one of them, not both, okay? In one of them, okay? You're gonna do this one, this 2 hole right here. You're gonna using a Dremel and with the grinder head like this one right here. So you're gonna completely drill and go through to the other end, like this one right here. This one just finished, I just did it. See that? So what I do is like I using my Dremel to completely go through to the other end, so you can just make this hole bigger, okay? Like this, okay? Okay. So next, what you're gonna do is you're going to glue, gonna be glued them together. Okay, so you can see these 2 holes right here. It's gonna be on the bottom. This one, there's no any cutting. It's gonna be on the top like this. Just put some crazy glue, glue them together like this. Okay. So the reason you wanna glue them because first thing, this piece right here, this is the piece gonna be really contact track a lot. Plus, you know, when your car have like bank go 20 degree up or even 60 degree or either 45 degree goes up, this piece gonna be hitting a lot on the truck. So it's better be a little bit stronger. And the second thing, the reason you want to make it's a double, and you're gonna make a, remember it's gonna be a 2 hole right here, because you want to hide the screw head. Remember, you have this kind of screw, it's have wrong head, it stick out too much. So in order to like 100% hide it, you have to do like this, okay? You have to do the modification. So in this case, you can 100% hiding the screw into it. So in this case, the screw head not gonna stick out to scratch your truck. So that's the way you do it, okay? So you're just gonna do like this, okay? So let me just go ahead, pull on it right now. Then I'm gonna give you another explanation when I finish this, okay? So let me just go ahead. Okay, right here, just finish the front bumper. Looks like this, okay? So you can see, let me give you a side view. You can see the screw is completely hiding into the FRP. So you don't have any problem with the screw stick out to scratch your truck. And also because you don't want this screw stick out, because when it scratch your truck, it's really give you a lot of resistance, okay? Especially when you go to the bank, and give you it make your car it's going really rough. But for better performance, you want your car is really like smooth. So you better hiding the screw like this, okay? Okay, we just finished the front bumper right here. So we're gonna put on a setting board or either flat surface, and using this Tamiya gauge to take a look at how low it is. So right now it's about like 3 millimeter, the lowest point, okay? Which means still too high, because for better performance, this piece right here is better dropped to between 1 to 1.5 millimeter. So I'm gonna insert some spacer right here to drop the front pieces a little bit lower. So it really depends on your wheel size, on the tire size, because if you have smaller size the tire, you probably don't have to do any modification for dropping the front the bumper lower, because right now I have this one right here, this 26 millimeter, the medium size. So you probably have to adjust a little bit to drop. So what I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna to insert a 1.5 millimeter spacer between that. So in this case, my front bumper can go a little bit lower. Okay, so it really depends how low your this piece right now. If your this piece right here is about like 2 millimeter or either 2.5 millimeter away, so the best way it is just using a spacer, the washer or either spacer, to drop a little bit, because you don't want to drop too much, because the legal dimension for the lowest the clearance you can go, it is 1 millimeter. So you have to have at least 1 millimeter away from the ground, then you can make your car to be legal. Just gonna put a D right here, the 1.5 millimeter spacer, okay, on each side like this, and gonna go ahead to put it on. Okay, just finish. So you can see right now. Let me give better view. You can see it. You can see right now the lowest point is about a 1.3 millimeter, which is like right now it's okay. Okay, so it's perfect for the front right now. Before we move to the next step, another thing I want to talk about it. For this piece right here, for another option you have, you can using this one right here, the 2 millimeter carbon fiber popsicle, which is this one right here. And as you can see, this one I cut a little bit on both ends because the original side is too long. So you can replace this piece with this piece right here. Okay. So in order to using this one right here, you must to have a flathead screw, which is this one right here. Okay, this is the flathead screw. So with flathead screw, the reason you have to, if you want to use in this piece, you must have flathead screw, because this is 2 millimeter. Okay, even 2 millimeter, the lower so you can go. I mean, you're gonna make a deep hole right here. Even you make a real deep hole right here, you cannot like 100% hide the regular screw, which is this one right here. So let me give you a better angle, you can see it. So as you can see, I already drilled about the 2/3 the deep the hole. Even I drill really deep, you can see the regular screw when using it to mount right here, it still stick out a little bit. Okay, so in this case, you cannot use it because you have to hide the screw into the carbon fiber. Otherwise, if the screw, the head stick out, gonna scratch your truck. First thing, it's not legal. Second thing, it is it's gonna be scratch your truck. It give you a lot of resistance with hitting the bank and the slope, and your car not gonna be moved smooth. Okay, so it's better if you have those like this one right here. Let me give you a better angle, you can see it. It's better if you have this type of flathead screw like this one right here. So with flathead screw, you can hide the screw head into it like this. See, the surface right now is flat. You cannot see and nothing stick out. So in this way, you can using the carbon fiber right here, because the advantage for using this one, first thing is lighter, second thing it is stronger. Okay, I just gonna keep this sitting right here like this. I'm not gonna begin using this one, but since a lot of people they don't have this flathead screw, the flathead screw you can find on the Evo kits, like Tamiya Evo kits, or either maybe Japan, because I know Tamiya USA they don't have this one in stock, but maybe you can find some aftermarket one, maybe on eBay or whatever. So anyway, so that's the two options you have for the front piece right here. Okay, before we move to the next step, another thing I want to talk about, it is this piece right here. I've been seeing a lot of people overcutting this piece right here. They probably cutting this both the this here off, or either like this one, they maybe cut it a little bit shorter. Do not overcut it. It's better to keep. You see, there's the hole right here. It's better to keep as long as can reach this piece right here can reach the little hole right here, because if you cutting this piece off and then this piece right here gonna be explode. Why I'm saying that, because a lot of people, they don't know. If you hear the front piece, the front bumper right here is too short, what's gonna happen it is, when you set up the roller on the front right here, so which is gonna put a screw right here, okay, for sure the screw head gonna stick out. So what's gonna happen it is, if this piece is too short, okay, so the screw gonna be, when it's land on track, your screw gonna get a cut on the track wall right here like this, okay. So it's better to keep this piece a little bit longer like this, so this piece can block this a little bit right here. So in this way, when your car land on the truck like this, it can't slip, okay, because there's no way you can get a cut on it, because this piece right here is longer, so it's can cover it like this. See that? That's how it is. That's how it works. Like this, can't slip. Okay. So next we're gonna using this one, item number 15459, the AR side damper set. We're gonna put the damper on the side like the previous basic model we have like this. Okay. So basically it's pretty simple. Just open it and then repeat the same procedure last time we did. Okay, so we're going to open it, take this two thing out. So the side have two screw hole right here. That side is gonna face out. Okay, it's gonna be like this. Okay, only screw we're gonna mount is this one and this one right here. So make sure you're using the round head screw like this one, okay, because this one is different than the regular one, which right here. Okay, let me give a better angle, you can see the difference. So as you can see, the regular one, which is right here, this one is more rough, and this one right here is more round and a smooth surface. So you better using this one. This one come with this package right here. You can see they have, you know, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's come with 5 of this, the round head smooth screw right here. So make sure you're using that. And we're just gonna go ahead and just put it on. Okay. Just make sure you're only gonna lock this hole and this hole right here. And if you want to go ahead and lock the very inside one, just go ahead and do it. Okay, so let me just go ahead to finish that. Okay, I just finished the side, the damper adapter right here. So next we're gonna set up the mass damper, which is on the side like this. Okay, before we starting with damper, make sure you better use this wrong files to trim a little bit the hole right here, the canal, because when the mass damper was brand new like this one, it is pretty tight. So if you don't fix a little bit right here, when you put on the screw like this, you will feel a lot of resistance when it's moving. Okay, that's because again, when this thing is brand new, this little hole right here is pretty small, so it's about right size to the screw, but you have to make it a little bit bigger, so so this damper right here can travel more freely. Okay, it's pretty simple, just using a small file, so any kind of whatever drill the knife to just grind off a little bit like this, and front to both sides. Okay, okay, And we're gonna using this 25mm screw, which is come with the package right here. Okay, that's the 25mm screw right here. We're going to set up right here. Then we're gonna put a regular nut, and make sure when you put a nut right here, make sure lock really tight. Otherwise, couple wrong, this piece is gonna become loose. Okay. Let me just go ahead, lock really tight right here. Okay. Then we're gonna set the damper. Make sure the cylinder type, which is like this one right here, they have little deep hole right here. This hole gonna face down, okay, like this, gonna face down, because remember you have a little nut right here, so this deep hole can cover it, so you're gonna have better contact surface when it's hitting the adapter right here. And for the one with like the shape like a little bullet head, the little hole, the deep hole on the top, this side is gonna face up, so it's gonna be like this. Okay. The next, for the top, I recommend using the lock nut. Okay, I recommend using the lock nut. The reason you want to use the lock nut, it is because the advantage of a lock nut, you can always adjust the height. Okay, see, this is the highest I can go. If you want this thing right here, the damper right here, action a little bit faster, you can move it lower like this. Okay, but it also depends on the truck layout. If you feel it is action too fast, you can just move up a little bit. It's really hard to tell, but you have to run your car on the truck. Then we can just keep adjusting that to find the right setting for this part right here. Most likely, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it about right here. Okay, I'm just gonna keep a little bit, because if I adjust all the way to the top, it's still a little bit too high. So it's better keep a little bit down. Okay, but that's only for the setting for the part right here. Okay, not for the back. The back you better mount a little bit higher, because the back you need a little bit more the buffer. Okay, so that's why the back you have to mount a little bit higher than the front. Okay, let me just go ahead and finish the other end. Okay, just finish both sides. Next we're gonna do the back. The back, do not put this type of like a round damper on the back, because the reason why, because this car right now it's already 163mm. If you put anything damper like this size right here, it's gonna be oversized, because this piece right here stick out too much. For the people who don't have experience set on the back, recommend putting the mass damper block. Okay, you're gonna using this little damper block. The size, make sure it's a 6x6x32. They have another size is 8x8x32. That one's just too big. So okay, I'm just gonna using this the gold one right here, because this one right here I just want to save it. The silver one I just want to save it, because the gold one is not limited edition. Okay, for the damper right here, so I'm gonna using this one right here. And don't worry about this damper. The canal right here is small. Actually, this damper right here, it have a pretty perfect size for the canal, so you don't have to do anything like it makes the hole a little bit bigger. So just don't do anything, because this hole right here is already big enough. Okay, the screw set comes with this damper. It is 20mm screw, which it is too short. You better using a little bit longer, which is at least like 25. So I'm just gonna get from my see if I have any spare 25mm screw. Okay, it looks like I do have one right here. Yeah, I have two right here. If you don't have it, you know, which means you have to go back to hobby shop to buy the screw set. Okay, so let's just go ahead, put that on. Make sure you're using the, see the FRP brake right here. There's a 3 hole on the FRP. Make sure you're using the very the 2 outside one. Don't use the one was in the middle. Okay, so you're gonna put like this. Okay, and put a nut. And again, make sure you lock really tight, otherwise will come off during the race, because there's a lot of vibration when cars wrong. So it might shake that off. Okay, so let's lock really tight like this. Okay, so next just gonna put that on like this. Okay, and you see the package come with the damper. It's come with the, you can see there's 2 lock nut right here. So again, you're gonna using that 2 lock nut to put on the top to lock the damper on the top of that. I'm not gonna open this package. I'm just using the lock nut I have on my hand. Okay, so if you don't have on your hand, just open this package. There's a 2 lock nut right here. You can use for lock your damper on the top of the FRP. Okay, after you finish, make sure it's move freely. Okay, make sure you don't feel too much resistance. You will feel a little bit resistant, but not that much. So if like this, should be okay. Okay, so right now have all the systems ready, so we can see it's pretty, when it's land, it's pretty solid. Okay, next we're gonna do the roller. For the roller, again, if you just new in this hobby, 19mm, the plastic ring, which is like this type, or either like this type I have. Okay, make sure it's plastic ring, and put on the back like this. Okay, in the front. Okay, front, you can, if you're not sure what you're gonna put, just put it the 12 to 13mm, the double layer roller like this, and make sure you put a stabilizer like this. Okay, and let me just go ahead and set my roller on top of that. And for mounting the roller, prefer you using this item number 15454. I know this package, again, it is expensive, but this is the strongest screw Tamiya manufacturer. The regular screw, which is like the steel one, which is like this type, okay, it is too weak. Once you get a hit, it will bend. But this one right here, it is really strong. Okay, simple hit or either a little bit stronger hit won't really bend it. Okay, just make sure you're using this type of screw, because you only spend one time money, can last pretty long. Okay, not like this one. If you keep hitting, this one bends, you have to keep replace it. That's all the money waste. So just make sure you're using this one. Again, it's a 2mm cap screw set. It have 2 sides with this package. It is 25mm and a 30mm. So the 30mm you're gonna using on the back, which is like this right here. See that? And the 25 you can put on the front. Well, if you have a lot of budget, you can buy 2 package. You can using the both 30 on both sides. It's just up to you. It also depends on the track layout. Some track you may want to raise the stabilizer a little bit higher to giving more stable when have a lane change or either on the corner. It's really up to your setting. So anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead to mount the roller on top of that right now. Okay, here's the other roller, and Here's all the screw set right here. Okay, also you need some aluminum spacer, which is this package right here. Okay, this is for adjust the height of the roller. So we're gonna mount the roller from the bottom to the top. Okay, so we're gonna using the 30 millimeter the screw right here. Okay. Okay. Again, same as my last video. The last roll on the bottom, I don't really recommend you to put a spacer. The reason why it is I want this roll on the bottom is going as low as possible. Okay. So just gonna leave like that. Don't worry, it won't block. The screw right here, it won't block the ball bearing. But at the top right here, you're gonna put a roller spacer, which right here, like this. Okay. See, told you won't block. Okay, let's just go ahead. Let's see what kind of I'm going to try putting a 12 millimeter spacer right here to see if it's lower or either too low. Yeah, actually 12 millimeter right here is perfect fit. So it really depends on your tire size. Okay, if your tire is smaller than the one I'm using, you probably need using a 6.7 millimeter plus 1.3 millimeter. It's really dependable. Depend on your car, how low it is. So right now my setting, so I can using 12 millimeter spacer right here. It's perfect. So just make sure this piece right here, okay, this little piece right here, make sure it is do not stick out like more than the brake right here. Okay, you have to keep this piece right here, the little nipple on the screw right here, below the level point right here. So let me give better angle, you can see it. See that? Okay, make sure you have to this point right here and at this point right here, make sure this screw have to a little bit of top, and this piece have to be over it. Okay, it's like this. Okay, because again, that's what I'm gonna keep talking about it. Remember, when your car was like land a truck, there's a chance the roller right here gonna get a caught. So if the brake point right here is higher than the point right here, then the first point gonna hit it is the brake right here, so it's gonna be slipped. So this piece right here, the nipple on the screw, we're not having any problem to get a cut on the wall, so which means you're safe. Okay, so it's better to always do that, because you don't want your car get an offset like this to get a cut on the wall, because I saw a lot of people, they got a cut on the wall like this. So let's just go ahead and do it. So on the top, I'm gonna just using the let me try 6 millimeter. Yeah, I'm gonna put a 6 millimeter spacer on the top, and this time I'm gonna put a washer right here, and a roller and a washer. Okay, it looks pretty perfect. And this package, screw set package, it's come with 5 lock nut, which right here you can see right here. You're gonna using that lock nut to lock the right here. Make sure, I mean, again, it's always better to using lock nut, because lock nut, it is pretty secure, and because the regular nut, it's all sometimes it will come off because the vibration causes loose. Okay, just finish both sides. And another thing I want to talk about it, on this carbon fiber plate, there's a 2-hole The very inside one right here, this is 19mm roller. This the very outside one, that's a 13mm roller. Make sure when mounting the roller, you have to put your roller on the right hole, because if you put the 19mm roller mount on the 13mm hole, you're gonna be oversized. The car is gonna be really wide. It's gonna be oversized. It won't fit to this measurement box. Okay, so just make sure you have legal dimension. That's most people, the people that new in this hobby, they have the problem with, because they don't know what the right dimension. And make sure you always put your roller on the right position. Okay, because every carbon fiber, every FRP, every plate, every bumper, the matter front or rear, they have their own different size for the different size of a hole for the different size of roller. So make sure you put on the right size. Okay, otherwise it's gonna be oversized. Okay. Next we're gonna do the front. The front. Okay, for the front, last time we using the 12 to 13mm double layer roller. This time I'm going to using the 19mm for the front. Okay, for the 19mm for the front. Okay, it's a little bit tricky. I don't recommend you to use the do not using this plastic ring, the roller on the front. You better using this type of like a high grade one, which is like have like a ringless, has really six surface right on this side, because the front roller you need a lot of like contact and friction to give you more stable on the on the truck. So here's some option you have, like this one, like the the blue one, and this one right here also. There's a new edition just released on the market. This one right here. This is the high grade lightweight 19mm aluminum roller. It is same as this one. The difference it is this one has, you see they have a little hole on the surface. This roller actually same as the silver one. The difference it is this one is 13% lighter than the regular one. So it doesn't really matter. See what you have on your hand. So I'm just gonna using this one right here because I don't want to open this package. So let me just go ahead. Okay, for the silver one, you have two options. Or if you have, okay, look, if you the setting, if you follow my direction, you put this piece on the top of the chassis like this. Highly recommend you to mount a roller on the back of the plate, which means the roller have to go on the bottom of the plate like this. Okay, so we're going to make sure do not put any spacer on the very last of right here, but you're gonna put a space on the top of the right here. Okay, like this. Okay, see, it's two spins. Okay, so make sure you do that. The reason why, because try to make this roller a little bit lower, because when it's technical, when you have lower roller on the front, the first thing, this corner gonna become a little bit faster. Second thing, it is you have a little bit lower central gravity, can make your car really stable, on the jump, on the lane change, on the corner. Okay, so it's better be do like this. Okay, so next we're gonna using the 12mm spacer right here, and for the stabilizer on the top, we're gonna using this package right here. This is the item number 15436. This is the 17mm diameter stabilizer, which is right here. So this roller is 19, so they only have 2 millimeter different. So this is perfect for the 19 millimeter. Okay, and this is the only one you can use for the 19 millimeter. There's no any option. Maybe you do, but I like this one because this one is lower resistant. I'm not going to open that package because I already have some on my hand right here, the used one right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and using the used one right now. Okay, I'm just gonna putting 12 millimeter the spacer right here. Before you try to add another spacer, you have to take a look at how many spacer you need. So it looks like I need another probably 1.5 millimeter spacer to make this one a little bit higher. Try to mount this piece a little bit higher because it's more stable, especially for the lane change. And if you want to know more detail about this setting, you have to keep watch my tutorial. I'm gonna explain a little bit more about the stabilizer later. But today it's only just this video is just for the people just new in this hobby. So it's not gonna be really too much explanation for the detail. Okay, so try to make it a bit higher like this. Okay, still gonna using the lockner come on this package to lock it. Okay, it's gonna be like this. And again, you have another option. The front, I'm using 25 millimeter screw right now. If you want it, you can using the same size at the back, the 30 millimeter, but you have to buy another package of the screw set. It's up to you, but it's better to using 30 millimeter because the longer you can put the stabilizer a little bit higher. So in this way, you can have more stable on the lane change or either on the corner. Okay, so it's gonna be like this. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the other side. Okay, just finish both sides. And I think you will notice there's a little bit angle and down like this way, probably like 2 degrees like this. Okay, let me give you some tips. Some people just ask me a question. He have this setting, but she won't be able to pass the lane change. Okay, if you using this setting and you have problem to pass the lane change using Hyper Dash 2 or either Hyper Dash 3, for sure the Light Dash you should have no problem, but for the Hyper Dash 2 or Hyper Dash 3 you have problem to pass the lane change. Let me tell you, what you have to do, it is the reason you cannot pass the lane change because this setting, it is most likely it is the angle on this side, which is when you face your car, it's on your left side, which is right here. It is, you need a little bit more angle. So 2 degrees for this setting probably not good enough to using Hyper Dash to pass the lane change. So in order to having more angle on this side and to success pass the lane change, the best recommend it is, see this paper right here, cut a small piece of paper from the package like this. Okay, and what I will do is I will fold to half. Okay, then going to release a little bit right here. Okay, I'm gonna insert this little paper right here. Like this. Okay, make sure it's have to be behind the screw. Okay, not in front of the screw, on the back right here. Okay, so then push down, lock again. Okay, like this. So you can see right now I have more angle. Okay, but make sure only this side. Okay, when you face to the car, it's only left side, not the right side. Okay, the reason why it is, this is the first hitting point. No matter which direction you go, this is always become the first hitting point when it's enter the lane change. So this piece right here need a little bit more angle to make your car a lower center of gravity. Okay, so in this setting right here, you can see, let me give you side by side, you can see it. So you can see this here, right here, it's a little bit tail, a little bit down more. So you have about like right now, about like you have like I'm assuming looks like a 4 to 5 degree right here. So this here is still like a 2 degree. The reason you don't want to adjust right here, because too many angle down, you're gonna lose some speed on the corner. Okay, of course the straight you're gonna lose some speed as the straight as well. That's why you wanna keep this part, and for this side of the corner you're still gonna have the pretty good speed, but you only gonna lose a little bit speed when you enter the corner on this side. Okay, so only adjust this side right here. Okay, so right now you should have no problem to having the lane change on hyper dash 3. Okay, so basically that's it. Okay, I just finished here today. There's a first car I made for last video, and this is the car I made this video, and you can see the difference. This is a little bit advanced setting, this is just the basic model. The difference of these two cars, before I end up this video, I'm gonna talk a little bit about it. This is just a basic model. It is just pretty stable, and this car right here, compared with this car right here have a lot more corner speed, have faster corner speed, because I mentioned earlier, because the roller distance right here is shorter than this one right here. So when you have shorter roller distance right here, your wheel gonna be less load, less fraction, so it's improve the corner speed. And also we have a longer brake setting right here, and this is setting brake right here is shorter. Okay, so when you have longer brake setting right here, and you're gonna have better timing when your car was hitting the slope. And for sure the brake, the longer brake system is give you more stable on the jump. Okay, especially the land. So basically this is just an upgraded version, and improve the brake, improve the corner speed, and the rest of them is perform almost same. Okay, other thing I want to talk about it, it's better if you want it, just upgrade to this type of wheel on this car. This is the low profile wheel I just made, and I have a video tutorial to show you how to make this type of wheel. So just watch my tutorial. Since you already do all the upgrade, so it's better to also upgrade your tire, because this tire right here, the custom made trim, the low profile tire, it's lighter, and it's more grab, it's more stable, plus it's less rebound. Okay, another thing before I end up this video, and you have this piece right here. Okay, this setting is kind of old setting, but it's still pretty good. This is about this setting is about like a years old, but people right now, they don't using this setting too much on Japan Cup. But on the local race on the other country, they're still using a lot on this setting, because this setting is still pretty good for the regular, for the regular race, but not in Japan Cup, because Japan Cup they have a Fujiyama lane change or those kind of style. So this setting maybe is not really too good for that setting for the truck. So for this piece right here, a lot of people have a problem, because remember I mentioned earlier, every truck they have a gap, because the truck it's not a whole piece, it's a lot of pieces connect together like this. Okay, so even you tape good, they still have a little bit gap. So what are gonna happen, it is the front sitting right here, this piece right here, let when it's sometimes when it goes uphill or whatever, or either some bank, 20-degree bank goes up, this piece right here, sometimes we're hitting the gap right here. Okay, so you might hear some clicking. That's because this piece is hitting the gap right here. Okay, so for preventing that to happen, you better do this. Get a number 80 sandpaper. Okay, using, let me put it back. Using number 80 sandpaper, put it on flat surface. Okay, you can take this one off, or either just keep it in the car. And right here, okay, let me using marker mark it. You can see, because this piece right here is too sharp. You have to make it a bit round or either a little bit offset right here. This piece right here, you better like this. You better using put on flat surface, sand it. Okay, make this piece a little bit offset like this. Okay, let me just go ahead and sand it. You can see the difference. Okay, you can see, keep sanding. This piece is gonna be round and then offset a little bit. So you have to. I want to sand a little bit right now. You can keep sand and make it really like round, like a smooth, like a little bit like a. Let me see. It's have to make it little like looks like this type of shape. See that? See this thing right here? Have a little bit offset. See this thing right here? Have a little offset. You have to file that front. Same, like it makes like a little bit offset like this. Okay. So in this way, no matter what kind of like a bank you're going up, this thing right here no longer gonna hitting the gap. It's gonna be slide. Okay, it's gonna be slide off from the gap. So it's better for your speed, because when you're hitting the gap, it's just slowing down, and your car not gonna be running smooth. Okay, so that's my recommend you to do that. And another thing I'll talk about it, for a little bit improve for this part right here, you know, because this part right here still have a little bit potential chance maybe to get a caught on the wall right here. So I have a video tutorial to teach you to make a ender guard right here to preventing this piece right here to get a caught. And you also can using my this setting right here, mount right here, to block the screw right here to preventing get a caught. This car, I'm pretty sure a lot of people, if you guys have follow my channel, this car I have a tutorial how to make this car. The part of the modification, I have a detail how to make this piece right here. You can also transfer this setting to here to give a little bit like a security under right here, this piece right here, to give it more stable when your roller try to get a caught on the wall. So okay, anyway, okay, so I'm just finished here today. For my next video, I'm gonna do another modification based on this setting. It is everybody expecting me to do a body damper system for MA chassis. So next video, I'm gonna teach you a simple way to do this type of body damper system. Okay, so it's gonna be based on this setting right here. This side of damper right here gonna be removed, gonna replace with this body damper system. So next video, I'm gonna teach you step by step, walk you through how to do the body damper system. Okay, Okay, thank you for watching my YouTube channel. If you have any questions, just go ahead leave a comment. I'm gonna answer as well as possible.